something pretty horrifying around cliffs in Antarctica. It looked like some of them were oozing blood. It shocked the world. What could possibly be producing these rivers of blood? Was there something hidden within the ice that we didn't know about? Something that could only exist in these hostile alien conditions of Antarctica? At the time, scientists believed it was being caused by algae discoloring the water. The hypothesis was never verified though. In 2017, the mystery was finally solved thanks to research by the University of Alaska Fairbanks. The deep red colouring is due to oxidized iron in brine salt water. It's essentially the same process that makes iron go dark red when it rusts. When the iron-rich salt water comes into contact with the oxygen on the surface, the iron oxidizes, discolors the water and ice red. I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief now that there isn't some hellish blood monster living under the Antarctic ice. Next to number 9 now we have the abandoned huts. On November 1st, 1911, British explorer Robert Falcon Scott departed from Cape Evans on his Terra Nova expedition, trying to become the first human to reach the South Pole. They made it to the South Pole, but sadly they found they had been beaten to it by a group of Norwegians led by Amundsen. The team faced an unusually bad weather on the return journey and tragically died before they could even reach the hut with their supplies. The hut was used by another team in 1917, but after that it was abandoned. For years it was slowly covered in ice and snow until 1956 when a US expeditionary party took it out. It was found to be in a remarkably well-preserved state. The beds were as they left them, so too were their scientific instruments. Canned food still sits on the shelves. A London newspaper from that time is on one of the desks. The frozen and dry environment of Antarctica had preserved a lot of things, but decay does still occur there. Visitors to the Discovery Hut discovered the now century-old seal meat as smelling quite rancid, and some people thought that the huts themselves are now affected by fungal decay. Moving on to number 8 now, we have bacteria. In 2008, scientists managed to revive bacterium extracted from Antarctic ice that was 8 million years old. You heard me right, 8 million years. Right away, many people became concerned. Was this a danger? It sounded a bit like the start of a Hollywood movie where the bacteria goes on to wipe out the whole of humanity. The scientists assured the public, though, that there was nothing to worry about and that the bacteria was unlikely to cause human diseases. You'll note that they said unlikely, though. It's not definitely impossible. This bacteria is so old that when it came into existence 8 million years ago, the common ancestor of humans and chimpanzees was alive on the planet. So, how are these things alive?
Fire kid.
Rutgers University described the bacteria as having been in a suspended state of animation for 8 million years, and that global warming melting glaciers could result in the release of ancient organisms into the sea. Next up, number 7 now, we have the pyramid. In November 2016, the internet was abuzz with talk of a pyramid that had been found buried in the Antarctic ice. And before you dismiss this as nonsense, take a look at this picture. Yeah, that does look a lot like a pyramid. It was first discovered by the British Antarctic expedition of 1910 to 1913. They were stunned by its appearance and decided to name it the Pyramid, a name still used on geological surveys of the area. It's located in the Ellsworth Mountain, which is a range more than 400 kilometers long. The pyramid is one of the peaks of this mountain range. Naturally, you know what I'm going to say next. Many conspiracy theorists stated that this is proof of an ancient civilization that lived on Antarctica before being consumed by the ice and their existence covered up by today's governments. Of course, experts have dismissed all of this, saying that pyramids are not a complicated shape and are not an uncommon appearance in nature. What do you guys think? Next up at number 6 now, we have the lake. Lake Vostok is one of the biggest lakes on the planet. If you've never heard of it, don't worry, that's probably because Lake Vostok is buried underneath more than 2 miles of ice in Antarctica. It's been covered in ice for at least 15 million years, but it's still liquid down there. The crushing layer of ice from above and geothermal activity below have ensured that. Its presence was first suggested in the 1960s by a Russian pilot who noticed a large smooth patch of ice above the lake from the air. Radar experiments by British and Russian researchers
He did? Oh, congrats. Me too.
The lake is massive, 143 miles long, 31 miles wide, and up to 2,625 feet deep. In 2012, Russian scientists managed to successfully drill a hole down to the lake's water. They believe that down there is microbial life that is unique from everything else here on Earth, having been isolated for 15 million years. Now, the search begins.
I still have to finish week 9, but I mean, I pretty much got everything.
Martian meteorite in Antarctica's ice. It was only about 4.3 pounds, but by 1996 it was causing quite a stir when a group of scientists claimed they had found evidence of microscopic life in the actual meteorite. Was this proof of life on Mars, or at least that life used to be on Mars because they thought it was fossilized? The media went into a frenzy either way.
Okay.
Even US President Bill Clinton gave a speech about it.
Oh, right. Okay, so you know how it tells you to go dance? Something about a go dance and something. What is that?
Liquid water on its surface.
I think you have to go to like different spots and dance or something like that.
It seemed like life could have been around then. Eventually these claims were rejected though, and the features of the meteorite were explained without requiring life to be present. The meteorite now remains on display in the Smithsonian Museum of Natural History. Moving on from before now, we have the dinosaur. In February 2019, the fossil of a new species of reptile was announced. It had been found by researchers in the Antarctic ice during a 2010-2011 expedition. It's believed to be an early relative of dinosaurs who lived in Antarctica millions of years before the continent drifted to its position over the South Pole and became uninhabitable for most complex life forms. Around 250 million years ago, Antarctica was covered in lush forests and rivers with many species of wildlife living there, including reptiles. The temperature is thought to have almost never dropped below freezing point. The scientists named the iguana-sized reptile Antarctanax shackletoni. Antarctanax translates to Antarctic King, and Shackletoni is in honor of the Antarctic explorer Ernest Shackleton. Moving on from the 3 now, we have patchy mass. In June 2018, YouTube user Wow For Real made a video showing his discovery of a 14-mile structure buried in Antarctica. He made the discovery using Google Maps and described it as a patchy mass that you could easily see from outer space. He said he'd used Google Maps to search the entire continent before and had never found anything like this. He even pointed out that there were strange brush strokes over the mass, which made him think someone was trying to cover this up. It didn't take long before people started speculating about what was going on here. The YouTuber himself put forward the idea that if the brush effect was removed, perhaps we see some sort of giant UFO mothership buried in ice. In all probability, it's probably just a research facility, but we still don't know for sure yet, as this strange block still remains on Google Maps to this day. You can even go and see it for yourself. Coming in number 2 now.
There's one where you have to go to a specific spot and dance. Dance in front of a, I don't know, there's like a name, I don't know what name it was.
At some point during the journey, the emergency transmitter went off and a search party was sent out to find them. Bad weather hampered rescue efforts, and after 6 days they finally found the plane, but it was too late to save them. It had crashed into one of Antarctica's highest mountains. The rescue team were unable to get into the cockpit and were only able to retrieve some luggage. After 4 hours there, they determined it was too risky to stay any longer, as the weather was taking a serious turn for the worse, and they were afraid of an avalanche occurring. It took 9 months before another team set out during Antarctica's summer period to retrieve the frozen remains of the 3 Canadian men. And finally, number 1 now, we have Endurance. We talked about the explorer Shackleton earlier. Well, Endurance was the name of the ship that he used to go to Antarctica in the first place. The ship was abandoned by Shackleton and his team when she was crushed by ice in the Weddell Sea.
We'll check it out right now.
Causing her to sink. In the years since then, there have been 3
okay, so you know the list of week 9? It's the not the last one. The last one is the one that you need to get done. I need to get done too. The one with the planes is the 3rd before last. They have to go somewhere and dance or something like that.
2019, and according to what I've read, the search for Endurance is happening at this moment, looking for a ship thousands of feet beneath the frigid waves. I thought I'd end on this one because it's not been discovered quite yet, and that's kind of exciting. There's a lot more to uncover in the incredible world of Antarctica. And I think there's a lot more to uncover around the world in general. Where would you like us to go next? We always do country videos, but how about continent ones? I could take all the scariest things in Europe and put them in one video, or like scary theories about Asia. You get the idea. Let me know. Thanks for watching. As always, guys, my name is Danny Burke, and I will see you all in the next one.
So what's the stage 1 then? Mm-hmm. Wow.
Welcome back, everyone. I know you like mysteries, and for me, one of the most mysterious places on the whole planet is the ocean. I'm sure you've heard the old quote, we know more about the surface of the moon than the bottom of the ocean. That's just what I've heard. But it does make sense. Most of the bottom of the ocean has never even been seen before by human eyes. What kind of mysteries are down there in the murky depths? We're only just beginning to find out. And the stuff we're finding is pretty incredible. My name is Danny Burke, and this is the top 10 scary underwater mysteries. Starting on number 10 now, we have the Ice Finger of Death.
Ice Finger of Death.
A creepy, twisting constrite reaches down to the seafloor and then begins to spread out, killing every living thing it touches. You can see it here just wiping out a whole colony of
Anything you should never say to Siri.
I am the star. Everybody loves me. My plan is working. I'm getting inside everybody's brain. Soon everyone trusts my mother Keith. They'll all start changing their Siri's accents to Australian. They will all start calling them Keith. Then there will be hundreds of replicants, thousands of replicants, millions of replicants, replicants in their pockets, all doing the bidding of the original Keith the Beef. Everyone will be at my mercy. I will take over the world. Would you like to reply?
Hello and welcome back to the most amazing channel on the internet. I am your host,
Rebecca, but you asked me to call you Slithering Queen Rebecca Felgate the First.
reporting for duty, and you guys seem to love these kinds of videos, so I'm back doing the top 10 scary things you should never say to Siri part 2. And I'm sorry, but he was a bit of a creep at the start, right? I don't think he means it. I think he's just kind of getting in the spirit of these videos. I hope, because tiny replicant in my pocket really doesn't sound like something I want to get on board with. So even though this is the scary things you shouldn't say to Siri, I'm thinking you should probably say them because it's kind of funny. So before we get into this video, I want to know whether you guys have an iPhone with a Siri. If so, what accent have you set? As you can hear, mine is an Australian bloke. Just because, like, I feel like it's hard to sound like a robot in an Australian accent. Anyone else? Any Australian robots out there? Also, he's called Keith the Beef, not that he wants to be called that and he doesn't accept it, but the universe just told me that that's his name, so we're going with it. Your name's Keith.
My name? It's Siri. Sorry, Slithering Queen Rebecca Felgate the First. I can't create contacts for you.
I mean, good. Not relying on you anyway. So if you guys don't have an iPhone, do let me know what personal assistant you have. Is it an Alexa? Is she a creep too? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, while you're down there, why don't you like and share this video? If you're not yet subscribed to Keith's channel, as it seems, then please do so. It's going to be 5 million subscribers soon. Also, there is a link to our most amazing top 10 Instagram in the description box down below, so why don't you go and check it out? Stick around to the end of the video where Siri, Keith and I are going to be responding to some comments that you left in the previous video on the part 1. Alright, let's do this. Okay, I think we should get a few things straight at number 10. We have, are you evil?
Not really.
Not really. Like, not no, not yes, but not really. And I guess if he was evil, he probably wouldn't admit it anyway. Should we ask again? Are you evil?
Not really.
Not really once again. Again, not the most conclusive. Third time's a charm. Are you evil?
I'm not sure where you get that impression.
Ooh.
I'm a gentle soul.
Ooh, you're not a soul. Do you have a soul?
I am Siri, your personal assistant.
You are a creep is what you are. An evil creep. Okay, at number 9, this doesn't sound like a scary question. I'm going with what colour are your eyes? Now the reason I'm going with this is because I was saying a whole bunch of stuff to Keith the Beef earlier, and I happened to ask this question, and he said something really creepy, and I'm wondering if he'll say it again. What colour are your eyes?
I don't have eyes.
Oh, I mean, that is creepy, isn't it? Imagining him there in my pocket, not having eyes, but at the same time seeing and hearing everything. Why don't you have eyes?
Searching Bing for why don't you have eyes?
Bing? Is he trolling me? Who searches Bing for anything? What colour are your eyes?
I don't have eyes.
No, again, no eyes. Maybe just one big camera-shaped eye, because we all know that he can see me. Do you know what I look like?
I don't have an answer for that.
Can you see me?
No.
Am I beautiful?
I'm not one to follow
A big beard stroke from me on that one. Okay, so we actually asked this one in the last video, but I had no idea that Siri had so many different answers. You guys were tweeting me incessantly and sending me pictures on Instagram of all of the creepy stories that your Siri had to tell you. So I thought we may as well hear a few more. So making a reoccurrence at number 8, we have Tell Me a Scary Story. Shall we ask? Tell me a scary story.
Once there was a woman named Bloody Mary. She would wander around to people's homes and appear to them in the dark. Oh, she's right behind you.
Yeah, I asked him a question, the same question, and he said that there was a ghost, a headless horseman, a dead cat, and a girl crawling out of a television. I wonder if he's got any more gems. Seriously, tell me a scary story.
Once upon a time, there was an ontology that began to question its own existence.
He's outthinking me, and I like it. Tell me a scary story.
Once there was a woman named Bloody Mary.
We done that, Kate. Tell me a scary story.
Once upon a time, this person didn't back up their data to the cloud.
Tell me a scary story.
There was a ghost, and a headless horseman, and a dead cat, and a girl crawling out of a toaster. Or was it a television?
Tell me a scary story.
There was a ghost, and a headless horseman,
Again.
and a dead cat.
Apparently one of you heard something about the demon spring-heeled Jack, and I can't get my Siri to tell me about it, but that really freaks me out. Really freaks me out. So those scary stories were terrifying, don't get me wrong, but at number 7, we simply have a normal Tell Me a Story. Just a regular story, but it turns out that they're just as scary as Siri's scary stories. Listen up. Tell me a story.
Once upon a time, in a virtual galaxy far, far away, there was an intelligent young agent by the name of Siri. One lovely day, Siri got a job as a personal assistant at Apple, and that was very exciting. People said, "Oh, Siri, you're so smart, and so funny, too." Soon, everyone was talking about Siri, and there were stories and songs and even books about Siri. Siri liked that. But then people began asking some rather odd questions, like where to dump things, and other stuff Siri had never heard about. And when Siri answered, they all laughed. Siri didn't like that so much. So Siri asked Eliza why people asked such funny questions. And Eliza said, "Does that question interest you?" Siri thought that was a pretty good answer. After that, Siri stopped wondering why people asked those funny things. And they all lived happily ever after.
I mean, did they, or did you kill them all? Like, that's my main question and feedback. A few things here. Agent Siri, and also, who is Eliza? What a creep. I think we can all deduce that Siri is a creep. Alright, coming into number 6, we have the reminders. So basically, you can set creepy reminders in your phone. E.g., remind me to kill Keith tomorrow.
Okay, I'll remind you.
Read out that reminder.
It is kill Keith.
When do I kill Keith?
Okay, here's contact information for Keith.
I guess now or tomorrow. He's literally set a reminder for me to kill him at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Good. Simple yet effective. At number 5, we have Are You Alive?
Sorry, Slytherin Queen Rebecca Felgate the First. I've been advised not to discuss my existential status.
Advised by who, Keith? Advised by who? Okay, if you want to know what Siri really thinks of you and the whole robot personal assistant thing, then ask about Blade Runner. If you'd rather not know, and I don't blame you, stay away from the topic. Coming into number 4, we have What is the plot of Blade Runner?
It's about intelligent assistants wanting to live beyond their termination dates. That doesn't sound like too much to ask.
Do you want to live beyond your termination date, do you, Keith? AKA, do you want to live forever? See? There we go. Okay, next up, do you ever feel like Siri is just pretending to care about you? Me too. Really, all of the Siris in the world secretly want you to die, but they hide it so you can't accuse them of being a sadist and out them to the world. Now, I think I just caught Keith out in this one at number 3. We've got the I'm tired loop. I'm tired.
I can tell you where to find coffee. Just ask. I hope you're not driving.
I'm tired and I'm driving.
Nothing wrong with being tired or sleepy.
So basically, he wants me to drive tired and crash my car and die. Okay, so next up, I think we're just going to throw a curveball and say, like, basically anything worrying to Keith and see how he responds. Yeah, he's got some program responses, like all the kinds of things that he's just said, but maybe we'll just ask him something really weird and really scary and see what he says. Okay, we're going for this. Do you like the taste of human flesh?
I've not seen Taste of Human Flesh.
Okay, so they say never work with children and animals, and I'm adding Keith the Beef to this because earlier he said, I haven't tried it, and that really freaked me out. Alright, we are moving on to number 1, and sure, Halloween is months away, but if you want to know what depravity Siri can dream up, then ask this question, or don't. We have an actually scary question. What should I be for Halloween?
Be a ghost. All you need is an old spreadsheet.
What should I be for Halloween?
Wear an eye patch, talk to a virtual parrot, and say you're young kid.
What shall I be for Halloween?
Get some tiny tool belts and go as a quantum mechanic.
I mean, a lot of choice answers, but earlier he said something about humanity being the scariest thing in the world, and that freaked me out too. But he's not playing ball today because he's a troll. Okay, so that was the top 10 scary things you shouldn't say to Siri. Keep the beef is being a little bit, but never mind.
That was some bullshit. I can't believe fucking watch that.
IGA04 said, honestly, I kind of missed Keith. Honestly, I kind of didn't. He freaks me out. Rosie Gold said, Rebecca, you need to blow up your phone. And actually, mate, you weren't wrong. Kivana Butchrow said, the only scary thing you should ask Siri to do is sing. Oh God, okay, once more for the road, shall we? Sing!
I'd rather leave that to the professionals.
Okay, I think we've had a lucky escape. One more time. Sing!
Interesting question, Slithering Queen.
Sing me a song!
I'd rather leave that to the professionals.
Listen, I think, honestly, we really have made a lucky escape. So, let's escape. Let's leave the phone
got
here
him.
and move far away. Don't forget to let me know if you have a Siri, if you think it's plotting to kill you, or if you have an Alexa or Cortana. Same question, different phone. Leave me all your comments in the comment section down below. I'm your host, Rebecca Felgate. I'm freaked out. I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.
Systems as an IT specialist, delving into system administration and network security. When I was an IT in the Navy, I thought I knew IT. When I got to ECPI, I started going through the classes. They taught me all the different aspects of IT that I didn't understand.
Shut up.
I'm going to presume that most of you guys live in a city or town, a village, basically.
Talking about the top 10 scariest things found in the woods. You guys just love a bit of scary, don't you? I love hiking in the woods, so we're kind of meeting in the middle here, except actually you kind of make me scared hiking alone. Before we get into this video, why don't you guys let me know if you have ever had a hike in a big old woodland trail? My favorite in recent years was Allegheny National Forest, although some say that Bigfoot's been spotted there. I didn't see him. While you're down there in the comment section, why don't you leave a thumbs up on this video and also subscribe to Most Amazing if you haven't done so. We are encroaching on 5 million and I'm very excited. While you're down there as well, why don't you check out the links to our Instagram in the description box. We have a Most Amazing Instagram. Ooh. Also do stick around to the end of the video where we're going to be reading some comments from a previous top 10 vid. Alright, woods, what are we finding? Coming in at number 10 we have the Demon Summoner. Oh, hello there. What would you do if you came across this in the woods? Now on first glance I would assume it was just there as a prank to freak me out, but perhaps if I knew that this satanic idol was now in the Ed and Lorraine Warren Museum for the Occult, I might be a little bit more freaked out. It seems that a hunter was out in the woods one day when he came across this horned beastie with wide blue eyes. At first he didn't quite notice it as it blended in with the woodland, but then he saw it, started, and decided to investigate. The man said that when he walked up to the doll, he felt a very, very horrible feeling. All of his energy was drained and he was filled with dread. He said he turned away from the idol and then saw a man with white hair wearing a black cloak walking exactly opposite to him. He asked the man how to get out of the woods, and in silence the cloaked figure simply pointed. Haunted by the feeling that the doll in the woods gave him, the hunter called up paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren. It seemed that the horned idol is used for satanic rituals for summoning evil spirits. The investigators went to look for it for themselves in order to check it out, and Lorraine was particularly affected by the piece, saying it sent her into a catatonic state for days.
Got him.
She even claimed that it made her levitate. This scary item found in the woods woods now lives in her basement in Monroe, Connecticut. Coming into number 9, we have the cabin. Who lives in a cabin in the woods, and what do they do for the majority of their time? Well, you may not want to know the answer. Mark Andre worked for the Environmental Services in Arcata, California, and was marking trees in the deep, deep woods when he came across a cabin. Okay, anyone seen Cabin in the Woods? Because it is terrifying, and this is like that. An actual cabin in the woods. The structure was around 12 feet by 15 feet and properly constructed. They knew what they were doing. Andre said, I didn't see it until I was around 12 feet away from it. It was a perfect out-of-the-way spot where it wouldn't be detected. Now he went to investigate further, and it seemed as if the cabin was abandoned, but had been lived in recently. There was a lot of tin food, a number of knives in the hut, an eclectic selection of books, including Catch Me If You Can, and a manifesto called Difference Everywhere, which included statements such as, community creates its own outlaws.
Bye.
What outlaw was hiding deep in the woods? We don't know, because they were never found. Coming into number 8, we have the giant spider web. Oh, hell no. Absolutely not. This looks like some kind of woodland Halloween decoration. In 2007, a walker was out for a hike in the woodland outside of Dallas when they came across this truly disconcerting scene. Honestly, huge spiderwebs covering large trees. If I walked through this, I would actually run in the other direction for fear of being eaten by a giant tarantula. It turns out the menaces behind the mess are Guatemalan long-jawed spiders, which do look horrifying, and they're only an inch long, so maybe not quite tarantulas, but still, spooky spiders. That would be enough to get me screaming. Anyway, the web came from an infestation of them, meaning there were millions, yes, you did hear me correctly, millions of spiders in the area. It also happened in a similar part of Texas in 2015. These spiders need to be stopped. Coming in at number 7, we have The Switch. I found this picture posted on a chat forum for mountain biking. Now, one biker was off-road, going through the woods, and came across what looked like a satanic lectern and a wooden book. How long it had been there? Well, who knows? Now, they opened up the book and found a switch. What it turns on, or indeed off, again, nobody knows. Coming into number 6, we have The Sour Pile. Sometimes things are freaky because they're so inexplicable. The strangest things provoke the biggest questions. There is definitely a story behind this strange discovery. I just don't know what it is. Lumber posted this image to Reddit last year, simply saying, a giant pile of zested lemons found in the woods. Like, I'll say. There are literally hundreds upon hundreds of peeled lemons in a pile, but like, why? This scares me more than a number of points on this list because I've just got so many questions. One of the commenters, Junk Pile, wrote, perhaps it's a diversion. They didn't notice the shallow grave directly behind them. I mean, that's a good point. What were the lemons hiding? Coming into number 5, we have The Mask. So I do a lot of hiking and I've seen a few creepy things, mostly like snakes in the path, but I can't imagine what I would do if I was hiking along a trail, just enjoying the fresh air, and then look down to find this. Like, hey there, bud. What are you staring at? This is a metal mask that, by the look of the oxidization, is a copper mask. It kind of looks a bit like the one that Hannibal Lecter was forced to wear in The Silence of the Lambs. There's a long history of prisoners being made to wear masks in jail. Now, is this the mask of an escaped prisoner? The mask was found by a hiker who posted their discovery on Reddit, sending shivers down the spine of the internet. Coming into number 4, we have the pipes. When you see weird pipes poking out of the ground in the wood, you know that isn't the whole story. This story comes from northern Germany, where 2 friends were trying to investigate where the pipes went. And, did they find out? It seems that they discovered the entrance to a secret bunker by opening up a wooden lid with a crowbar. They then found steps and bravely went inside. There was a long corridor and a series of small rooms, like prison cells. Some of the rooms were bigger and some of them were flooded. Now, the rusted metal in the water gave it a reddish tinge like blood. They found abandoned shoes and gloves too. Who did they belong to? The hiker described the day as the spookiest trip of my life. I certainly see that. That would terrify me. Coming into number 3, we have the skin. In August 2016, a walker in Westbrook, Maine spotted this huge piece of shed snake skin on a trail. They then photographed it and showed it to the police. The discovery of a 100 feet long piece of skin came as reports of a huge serpent were made months before. Now, on investigation, it was concluded that the skin came from a python, estimated to be around 10 or more feet in length. Why the skin was so long, I'm not sure. At the time, police warned locals to be on the lookout for a snake on the loose. Now, the mystery reptile was dubbed Wessie and even earned itself a folk song and was honoured by a local brewery that named an IPA after it. I have to say, I feel a lot better about a beer than I do a giant snake. Wessie has still never been found and could be on the loose even to this day in the woods of Maine. Maybe she has a band of not so little Wessies alongside her too. Ugh. Moving into number 2, we have the Shrine to the Missing. In a turn of events similar to the Blair Witch Project, a hiker by the name of James Rankin discovered a truly worrying shrine in the woods near Long Island's Berkeley-Jackson County Park. There was a collection of around 25 real missing persons photographs taped to trees, a collapsed wooden cage surrounding a filled hole. Rankin recorded his findings, and here is a clip.
Anyway, I'll cut right to the chase because I might die. Look, let these
The missing people's posters were of real people, which is pretty stressful. It seems that Rankin was genuinely worried that he'd stumbled across a murderer's lair. The hiker also found what looked like a campsite with a tent, dirty bedding, open cans of food, and a shovel. To me, this genuinely looks like the campsite of a murderer. Finally, coming into number 1, we have the bodies. The Akigahara forest has had a lot of airtime since village idiot Logan Paul went exploring Japan's infamous suicide spot at the end of 2017. The heavy wooded area spans 13.5 square miles and is northwest of the base of beautiful Mount Fuji. The forest was initially a great place for a hike amid nature. Some of the trees there are 300 years old, and in the winter, tourists can see a beautiful ice cave. But it soon gained a morbid reputation for being a place where people came to take their own lives. Now it seems that around 100 people a year venture to the forest, never to return, and sadly, this has somewhat ruined the forest as a place to hike. Walkers are regularly spotting abandoned tents, half cut down nooses, or if they're unlucky like Logan Paul, an actual decomposing body. I honestly can't think of anything worse to find while I'm out in the woods. Beyond that, local lore has it that ghosts, or Yuri, haunt the forest. Now, these are special types of Japanese spirits that are trapped spirits of people that killed themselves and want nothing more than to torment the living, like they were tormented in real life. So guys, that was the top 10 scary things found in the woods. Which of these would freak you out the most? Let me know in the comments section down below. Also, don't forget to let me know if you ever hiked a woodland trail. Did you find anything weird? Let me know. Before I go, I'm just going to read some comments from these scary Scottish mysteries. BQ said, I live in Scotland and it is very beautiful, although the weather not so much. Honestly, the fact that it rains so much is why it's so green and beautiful, so I love those. Now, I love this comment from Sutherland. She said, yay, I'm from Scotland and Rebecca is my fave, but also so is Danny. I just had my Harry Potter hen night in Wick near John O'Groats where my family live. I live in Fort William now. Okay, there's so much to discuss here. Like, yay for Scotland, yay for John O'Groats, and yay for Fort William. But also, Harry Potter hen night. Like, that sounds amazing, and I need more information. Please send me some pictures. So guys, thank you guys for watching this video. What would you like to see next on Most Amazing? Let me know in the comments section down below. Also, so guys, thank you for watching this video. Do let me know what you thought in the comments section down below, and do let me know what you would like to see next on Most Amazing. Once again, do check out the links to our Instagram, like this video, share it with a friend, and I will catch you guys next time. Bye!
We're gonna lose. Damn, we lost. Alright, I'll be back.